Hello my lovelies, welcome back. Today we have a tutorial for the rose flower vase or the flower pot, as you can see here. So if you would like to learn how to build one of these, keep watching. So first things first, we're going to start with a cone, whichever one you feel. I usually go in the middle and get the medium one. Color it whatever color you like and size it to the size you're going to want the base of your vase to be. Next up, we're going to type in sphere, and again, I like to go in the middle and pick the medium one, and then place this on directly in the middle on top of your cone, and make sure it's the same color, unless you would like multiple colors, but this one I made the same colors all throughout, and you want to try to line it up as good as you can in the middle of the cone. Once you've got your sphere all lined up with your cone, we're going to size it down to the size that we want the middle of our vase to be. And then we're just going to grab onto our bottom cone and clone it again. And then I like to use advanced move on the grid at 1 and flip it over and then just pull it straight up through. That way it's still lined up in the middle, if you know what I mean. Then just adjust it however you like until you're happy with the way it looks. Next, I like to use the rubber trees to fill in the little middle part. So just type in rubber tree, color it however you feel, and then you're ready for the next step. One tip I do have is to always color the bottom of the plant the same color as your vase so it is easier to hide. And then you're just going to line this up the same way you lined your sphere up, right in the middle. Once you've got your plant in the middle, you can pull it all the way up as much as you desire and then try to fill in the middle as much as possible without the bottom sticking out. My favorite thing to do is to make some big, some little, and then use advanced rotate to kind of tilt some of them out towards the sides so that it looks fuller. Once you are happy with the center and fullness of your vase, you're going to take those same trees and color the bottom of it green so it matches in with the leaves. And then we're going to make it a little bit smaller and tilt it out so it looks like it's kind of cascading down the bottom like a full vase of like ivy or leaves would look. Once we are happy with the fullness and the leaves and the greenery, it is time to move on to roses. Now, I just very recently learned how to build these kind of roses, and I'm still learning how to do more complex, better versions of them. But for now, these are my favorite things to build. They're pretty easy and basic. I just built them out of bowls. So you're just going to kind of layer bowls how I do, and then you're ready for the next step. Now the thing I do with mine is once I've had these all layered like this, I'll use advanced rotate to kind of curve the little petals in a little bit to give it a more rose-like appearance. So just go around and just use advanced rotate on the smallest grid setting and kind of just rotate all your petals in until you're happy with how it looks. Once you finish your rose, you can now clone it and then rotate it to the way you want it to face on your vase and then just resize it and place it there. I like to go around and clone the whole roses. I'll do like varying sizes, some small, some large, and kind of just go around the whole vase until you're happy with the way it looks. One tip I have is to keep the original rose off to the side and large like that, just in case you lose grip of one of the roses while you're placing them, because the build tools do like to be a little finicky when you clone things and stuff like that. So I always leave one to the side so that I have something to clone and start over with. Once we are happy with the way our rose is with, the very last step is to just fill in all the little spaces with some more greenery and make it look full and fabulous. So my favorite thing to use for this is the boot plant. So just color it all completely the same color so it all looks like it's greenery, and then you can kind of just resize it and hide the boot in the vase and fill it in with the flowers. And that is all there really is to it. You can use the clone box tool and kind of resize this as you feel. And you can use just this one as your base if you want to clone these and put them around your house anywhere. These greenery and rose tips also work everywhere else. Like I did at one house where I put it all over the bed with cascading roses down the curtains of the bed, and I loved the way that turned out. So yeah, just use your imagination and use these however you like. I love these little vases. They're so beautiful, and I would love doing these in all the different kinds of colors and anything that I can think of. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!